it's Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for November 2022. So on November 16th, we have Venus, the goddess of love and beauty and worth and pleasure and money, moving out of this very deep, very dark, very intense Scorpio energy and jumping into Sagittarius. So let's talk about this for a second. First of all, Scorpio energy, it's a water energy. It needed to cleanse us off and really break us down, erode that tough shell, that tough exterior, in order to make us raw and vulnerable, in order for us to get down to the nitty-gritty on what within us needs to change. And a lot of that had to do with our beliefs, our worth, our value, first of all, within ourselves. Second of all, with the people that we're looking to share our lives with. Now, the Scorpio energy, typically speaking, was about allowing something to die, something to end, something to be totally destroyed so that we can renew ourselves, rebirth ourselves, resurrect ourselves as that beautiful phoenix, and of course, totally transform who it is that we are, what is important to us, what we value, where our projection of ourselves actually are out in the world. And we did some serious reorganizing on who is actually worthy enough to share our time, energy, love, and attention. So the Sag energy is a fire energy, and this brings the spark back. It brings life back. It essentially is the light that was at the end of this very dark Scorpio tunnel. Now, there's a lot of shifts. Now, Scorpio energy is very intense, and Sag energy is very intense, just intense in two different ways. Scorpio energy, we're very intense, kind of retreating within ourselves, picking ourselves apart, breaking things down. Sag energy, we're intense because we're reborn. We're going balls to the walls. We are ready to take action. We're ready to see the greater, grander picture. We are ready to initiate something new. That's what that fire energy does for us. Now, we do have to consider the fact that yes, Scorpio energy, we were highlighted to the extremes. We went from one extreme to the other, of course, trying to find that happy middle ground. Sagittarius energy, we take the extremes to an all new level. We are dreaming big. We are seeing the big picture. We're having big ideas. There are big emotions that accompany this, but we are a lot more optimistic, a lot more positive. We're a lot more confident. We are, I'm going to say, kind of more connected to the greater, grander whole than we were in Scorpio energy. Scorpio energy, we were kind of like all caught up in ourselves or just focused on one-on-one type of connections or relationships. Sagittarius energy is focused on how we connect, the unity level, where we intertwine with one another, where, we are almost on a observer type of level, seeing how ourselves, our interpersonal relationships, they all kind of contribute to the greater, grander good. Now, Venus, being about love and relationships, she's letting her hair down in this energy. We are a little bit flirty. We're very playful. We're very blunt. We're very straightforward. That's both a good thing and a bad thing. Yes, we have a truth to speak. Yes, we have big ideas, big feelings that we want to get out. However, we don't have a filter in Sag energy. And as good as it is to just be raw and vulnerable and, just get that energy out, sometimes we actually do need a filter. And we're going to have to work extra hard to make sure that we are using a filter, especially when it comes to our fullest expression, if you will, with our emotions, with our thoughts, especially in a romantic situation. We are kind of in love with the little things. We want to be playful again. And it has been a very tough vibe in this Scorpio energy. And it's almost like we dug ourselves out of this dark pit that I've been talking about. Now we're like above this pit. We made it to land again, so to speak, to the top of the hole. And we're on a little bit more of a different footing. And it's something to celebrate. And not only that, we have a new lease on life. We see ourselves differently. We see ourselves in relation to the world differently because we just overcame something that was very difficult, that we definitely struggled with. And now our priorities in life, our values, what we find to be of importance, all of that has changed as well. We've had a lot of time to think in this pretty dark pit, this dark night of the soul, if you will. And, you know, where Venus is kind of empowered because she did go through her death, rebirth, and empowerment story in the Scorpio energy. Now she's just looking to have some fun. So this particular energy, I'm going to say, has us more focused on our dreams, has us more focused on the vision, have us more focused on what is bringing a light back into our life, the playful energy back into our life. Like I said, our beliefs have changed. The way that we perceive the world has changed. Our vision, our goals, our dreams, our ambitions have changed. And right now, we're just looking to run with it. Now, cautionary note. We tend to bite off more than we can chew. We tend to overwhelm ourselves. We tend to be a little bit dramatic in the Sag energy. We will have to kind of redefine and I'm going to say minimize the goal, the vision, the dream when we move into Capricorn energy. Just telling you this because I don't want you to set yourself up for disappointment. Just keep in mind, we just struggled. We literally were on the brink of quote unquote death, most of that an ego death. Now we have a new lease on life. We just want to experience everything. We're kind of jumping all over the place. We just want to, you know, bring the happiness back. We may bite off more than we can chew. Just go with it. I'm a true believer that we have to ride the waves, and when they're high and they're good, we need to relish in that because they don't stay very high and they don't stay very positive for too long. And just know that the wave isn't going to be this high for that long. When we move into Capricorn energy, that's when we become grounded again. We take this new inspiration, these new ideas, these new dreams and visions and goals, and we come back down to earth with it. We get practical, we get logical. We actually, you know, cut away the, I'm going to say, over commitments, the over dreaming, and we get very real with what it is that is actually, I'm going to say, sensible in what it is that we can accomplish. But right now, let's just ride that wave. So, like I said, one of the cautions is that we're a little bit dramatic, that we are a little bit extreme. We are very intense, especially with our feelings. We are operating very blunt, very straightforward. And again, we need to really exercise that filter. It can backfire on us when we come at, you know, especially the people that we love with the truth, with our feelings, with our ideas. Doesn't mean that it's wrong to express them, but sometimes people can't handle the truth in the way that we spit it. And you're going to get other people that absolutely enjoy the way that you spit your truth and are so direct and blunt and straightforward. Sometimes that is exactly the kind of energy that people are looking for, that we lack in this day and age. What we know to be true is that with Jupiter ruling over the Sagittarian energy and Jupiter about to go direct in Pisces energy, things are going to get magnified. Things are going to get big. Spontaneity is coming back. Thank goodness. We have to be open to new ideas. This is a new adventure, a new quest, a new path, a new direction. We are re-identifying what it is that actually excites us, what it is that interests us at this time. And with Venus being mostly focused on, you know, I'm going to say love and money, we can be a little bit reckless with both, a little bit overwhelming with both, but also we have to kind of jump outside of our comfort zones in order to get something that we haven't had before. And with the optimism, with the confidence, with the stroke of luck that Jupiter energy brings us, we may just be aligning with all the right kinds of people, all the right kinds of opportunity. We're just coming out of this eclipse energy. We're still kind of in it until the new moon in Sag. But we are on a different path. Our realities are rapidly changing, and we should see a little bit of a streak of luck, which I don't think anybody is going to shy away from. So with that being said, Venus will be in the Sagittarian energy until December 9th, giving us a couple of weeks to kind of, I'm going to say, dry off from the deep dive that we've been doing in the Scorpio energy and just open up our minds, our hearts to what is possible for us now that we have a different vision, a different perspective on life.